Hello everyone, my name is NerdBuilder and I'd like to welcome you back into another episode of MineColonies. I hope you're having a great day so far. So unfortunately a little bit of a gloomy start to the episode right now as it just recently started to rain. And one of the preliminary things you could probably see is that we are using a different texture pack today. I wanted to try something new to see how it would look. And just to kind of show, I'll just pause here, that we're using the faithful HDX512 1.18 texture pack with better sky. So I figured it'd be cool to get a different look in the colony here. One of the things I was trying to mess around with were shaders. And, I thought it'd be kind of cool to get some dynamic lighting, get a look for that. And unfortunately, I tried to use the BSL shaders. I've tried to use the internal shaders and they don't seem to mesh well with the mod pack. Specifically, the red tiles on the roof in both locations are, they unfortunately get kind of distorted where they turn into like a pink and black block. I think the shaders are conflicting with the dormum ornamentum. So it's something that, if you have any recommendations for shaders, like if you have found shaders that work with MineColonies, I definitely like to give shaders a look. I'm very lucky that I have a little bit more of a beefy graphics card. So, with the texture pack and the shaders, I'd really like to see how it looks with more dynamic lighting there. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, please feel free to drop them down below because I definitely like to get a look for it. But I think, we might be using this texture pack going forward, at least for now. We'll probably maybe change it up again just to see, how it looks with different texture packs and whatnot the world. But I kind of like the look of it. I like the way that the stone and the wood both look there. So, and you can see it's getting kind of dark in the distance, but I just wanted to give an update, as what we were doing on our couple live streams this week. We were pretty busy. We did some pretty big upgrades here. We upgraded our town hall finally up to level 2. And let me just show up here because I think technically we could probably move in to our town hall here, and we have a bed and that. So I think, since we are the mayor of this town, we probably could get out because we've been sleeping in the town center pretty much since the beginning of the series. And let me just hop into bed here quickly. So yeah, I think maybe we'll consider moving into the town hall and making that our home for the time being until we can get our own house built, which I'm hoping should be upcoming maybe in a future episode soon there. So, so other than the town hall, we did upgrade our tavern here to level 2. It didn't add any... Oh, they're there. It didn't add any new, any more beds or spaces for colonist, but definitely upgraded some of the look here where it's using more spruce wood on the inside, and I think it added a couple more barrels in here and made this a little bit bigger than it was. Nothing in there for you. So let's head upstairs. I think basically up here it didn't really change much. Like all it really added was a couple barrels and I think a flower pot, so more decorative stuff there. But I wanted to get this upgraded to level 2 as well. And then let me just show the other one. So on one of the recent live streams, we also built a wooden house down here. I wanted to have a house that's kind of closer to some of the work areas down here since it's a very long commute for people to come back up. So we're probably going to be looking to build a few more houses. And at that time too, we're probably going to look to upgrade them and maybe move some of our colonists around so that they're in different, or they're like closer to where they work. And then you could see here that Cameron is one of our newest colonists. I think she recently grew up as we have the extra space, but I just wanted to show here because I think it's a pretty cool design, the wooden house. And before we just had this one right here with like an outdoor sitting area, but now we kind of have like an alley and there's two separate, like it's basically identical. I'll be curious to see in level 3 if they merge the two houses, but they're pretty much identical back to back, but I think it looks pretty cool. So let's head out here. And one of the other things I want to show too that I did off camera. We started it on a live stream, but then I did it off camera. We actually built an iron farm now, which has helped tremendously, because before, we were always running very, very low on iron. But now, it's something that we have a plethora of it, so you can kind of see it out in the distance. If you are curious about it, again, I do talk a little bit more about it in one of our recent live streams. I think in the around 30, we talk about it. So, if you are interested in it, and I do link the inspiration we had for the iron farm there. So it is working. Unfortunately, I turned the simulation distance up all the way, but I think it's something that it's going to be a little bit more difficult, because I don't think we're going to be able to actually have it function from this distance. Unfortunately, I would have liked to put it by the spawn area, which is over in that direction past the giant hill there. But unfortunately, it's something that, it would have been difficult because there's no villagers around. There's a local village there. You can kind of see the outline of some of the buildings that I had borrowed some of their villagers. Because again, you need, for Java, 3 villagers and a zombie, which we do have a zombie that's name tagged up there. And, so we're going to have to go over there to AFK at certain points to get some iron, but that's okay. It does a pretty good rate of iron drop, so I'm happy with that. So, the other thing is I did find a mine shaft over here with not 1, not 2, but 3 cave spider spawners. So maybe we'll look to kind of make a farm at some point there to get some string and whatnot. And one of the last things I wanted to do is I just wanted to update on research at the university. We're going to be looking to upgrade the university to level 2. Pretty much at this point, the only buildings we have left to upgrade, as I mentioned, were the warehouse, the courier's hut, and the university. And we'll have all our buildings up to level 2. And then we'll probably look to get our builder up to level 3 so we can start upgrading some of the buildings a little bit more. Let me just come into here, we'll leave that open for the time being. But we've been, especially with the iron, because again, the combat research area requires a lot of iron. So yeah, and we're kind of stuck right now. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, we kind of, we're kind of low on some of the mob drops and whatnot. So, this is where some of the farms are going to come in handy. I'm hoping to get a skeleton farm going sometime soon. And then, like I said, with the cave spiders, we might be able to, get some string and whatnot there. But we've pretty much researched everything we could up until now. You can see at level 2, the reason for wanting to upgrade the university is because, again, some of the more advanced buildings are going to require research first. So we're going to need to do some research on some of the builds here, or on some of these items here, to be able to unlock some of the other buildings. So a lot of it's going to come at level 2. And, it's helped, like I said, since we have like a huge excess amount of iron now, which makes a very big difference there. So, but those are just some of the updates. It's been busy. We've been upgrading a lot. Like I said, the university is going to be a big undertaking, and, we'll probably do that on our live streams upcoming to get this up to level 2 and get the other builds up to level 2 as well. But today, what I thought about doing, originally I thought about building a house for ourselves, but with some of we're kind of stuck with some of the resources that we would need, because there is an option on here to have Maddox actually build us a house using the build tool here, which is pretty cool. And you can see right here as it loads in that there are a lot of different options here, and there is an option for a player house somewhere right here with a few different options. So, but we'll look at that in a future one, just because they require a pretty good amount of resources. So we'll probably be back looking at those in the future. But I cleared out a little bit more space up into the boundary of our colony here. And the reason I did that was, again, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building the Swineherds Hut to help get some more food. Again, we've upgraded our Cowhands farm here. You can see that there's actually a bunch of cows in there, and maybe she needs an axe or something. I don't have to do. Okay, she needs an axe, and I don't think I have a stone one on me. And I can see it's getting dark, so maybe let's make her an axe very quickly. Do I have stone on me? No, let's grab some stone. So, you know, I figured that we should really, you know, get our automated farms kind of up, and I think like this will help address, you know, more food and whatnot. Our restaurant's been doing a great job, and you know, she's been able to cook a lot of stuff very, you know, quickly and whatnot. We have a ton of spruce wood, which I'm having her use now as a, you know, to cook the food, because again, like, we have a lot of coal. I've been able to grab a lot of coal through our mining adventures, but it's one of those things that you know, I just don't want her burning through all of our available coal. So let me give her both axes so she can have that for now, and that way she can continue to get some steak. Oh, it'd help if I could get out of here. There we go. But yeah, so today I wanted to do the Swineherds Hut, and I think we're going to try to fit it in right here if we can. I'm hoping that we can. So I took the hill back here all the way to the end of the barrier. I think there should be enough room between the two, so we'll have to line it up here. We'll have to take a look. But one of the things that we're going to need are raw pork chops, which I don't think that we have any. So there we go. We just got to get one pig there. So we need a raw pork chop. Let's head back on over to our area here. We'll get the block that we're going to need for it together. So let me just, and I like the way that the pork chop looks with the with this texture pack. So let me just break down a few more oak planks here. And let's put it around here. So in order to do it, just like the cow hands one, we'll just have to put a pork chop there, and then we'll need our build tool. And you can see here the Swineherds Hut. We'll have that right there. And we'll hang out here for just a second until the new day, and that way we're not rushed. Let me just get the build tool down to here. But yeah, so we'll try to fit that in there. But I figure that way we have, you know, we have someone that is farming cows, and we have someone now that will be farming pigs. And that's going to be a lot of food that can just be brought right over here to the restaurant. And let me just show very quickly. You know, she's been storing a lot of the food out here, which we do have a lot of food. You know, we have a lot of pork chops. We have a bunch of steak still. Actually, it looks like she's sick. So let me just, you know, we've been having a lot of issues with influenza recently. So one of the reasons for upgrading too is so we can get a hospital. That way they, you know, our colonists will be able to just go to the hospital when they're not feeling well. So again, that we're not risking, you know, someone getting sick and dying. There. So all right, now that we've slept, let's head on over here, and we can see now too also our so from our research now, our guards, our knights, do have a shield now, which is great. They couldn't use it before until we unlocked it, but now that we've unlocked it, let me just place this down here. We'll use the build tool. No, we don't. Yeah, Swineherder. There we go. So, wow, that's something. There. Interesting. Do they use like all bales of hay for it? For that? Okay, so that's that one. Let's do, yeah, I guess let's do a stone one. The stone one kind of fits. Let's see if we can fit this in. That's at level 1, level 5. All right, so let's come out here. There we go. And yeah, so let's try to maneuver this in. And I can go as far as about over here, because that's the boundary. And it looks like it's going to actually have to go back a little bit more. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Is this towards the front? I think it is. Yeah, I guess this is towards the front. Okay. So yeah, so let me just make sure that we line up here, since you know, we do have a plan with like the roads and whatnot. So I think this is about here. We can actually probably bring it up one more. But I think this wall will be about here. And hopefully this, I don't think, yeah, because this is, I think it's showing it at level 5, so. Wow, is there part of a build up there too? It's a huge design, this one. Okay, so I think probably about right about here should be good, because again, I'm hoping eventually to put a road in here, and we were kind of measuring out to make sure that we have a you know, enough space. But I think with the wall, it should be right about there. So let's see how it looks at level 1. Okay, we might have to dig back a little bit more, I'm thinking, there, but this is looking pretty good, and I think it lines up really well. So let me just get the block down down to there. I think this will be good. So it looks like we might have to take down a little bit more. It's a little bit of a bigger building here, but it should be right on the border, so we should be okay. Maddox will probably come and help take some of this down as well. So yeah, we're looking good. So we'll try to fit this in here. Hopefully there won't be any issues. Perhaps we'll have to see. If anything, we'll just I'll try to move it a little bit more over if for some reason he can't build, because it's like slightly outside of the boundary here. So also, where did the block go? To take a look. Maybe it's up here. There's a stone up here. Well, that is very bizarre, isn't it? I'm guessing maybe the block got stuck somewhere within the wall. So let me just cut out very quickly. What I'll do is I'm going to try to clear this away very quickly, and then I'll zoom back in so you could see what materials are actually needed for this. Once I find it, I think the block must have got stuck. There is a cave back here behind the wall, so it's possible that it got stuck in there. So let me try to track down what happened here, and then we will we'll pop back in. We'll take a look at the resources that are required, and then what we'll do, of course, is we'll take a look at the finished build, and then what we'll do is we'll try to get some pigs over here for our hut, and then we'll have our Swineherds Hut. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. So yeah, I had to do a little bit more digging out over here. Actually, a pretty good amount, pretty much all this stone backwards. So it took a little bit of time. Exposed a lot of coal over here and some copper, which is great. You know, like I said, we've really been replenishing our coal supply. And, you know, I definitely have replenished my cobblestone supply and dirt supply, and then some. So, but yeah, we're gonna see if I can actually fit it here, or if I'm gonna have to move it. Oh, some more blocks there. It's slightly outside of the boundary, but I don't know. You know, I don't know if Maddox will build it, or if we're gonna have to try to move it a little bit more. This is a pretty huge design. So let's take a look and see if we can fit it in. I'm hoping it's not going to conflict with the build here either. But let's take a look at the material over here. So it's not that much. Pretty much just some cobblestone wall, cobblestone torches, oak fence gates, and slabs. So not too much to actually build a level 1 here. So it shouldn't take too long. We'll probably just have to get Maddox some supplies. So let's see if we can... let's build Build building. Yeah, you must construct this hut before you... Oh, there's no builder. Oh, okay, so we just have to try to manually assign here because it's kind of far away. All right, and it looks like that kind of fixed up some of the barrier there. So, all right, so let's see. What we'll do is we'll cut back out. I'll see what Maddox does, if he's able to do it, because again, it is slightly outside the boundary, and I know in the past I've had issues. I don't know if the build's actually going to go beyond the boundary. If it does, I'll probably have to move it over a little bit more. But yeah, so I'll make any adjustments, and what we'll do is we'll get the building built, and then we'll pop back in, we'll take a look, get some pigs, and yeah, that'll be the episode. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Where I was a little concerned, I think it should have pushed the boundary out even further. Did it from about here, which is good. It usually gives you a little bit more space when you build it like right on the boundary line, which we did. And, you know, this is great because it opens up more area for us to build. You know, it'd be nice to keep all our farms kind of in one area over here. So, yeah, it didn't take too much to do. Maddox just needed a few extra supplies there, but we could see here we're going to have to hire a worker. So Cameron, who is one of our new colonists, will be, our Swineherd person there. And you can see the settings here. So breeding and feeding. So a little bit different than the cows that, again, you can have them milk the cows if we want. We could definitely make a lot more buckets now that we have a ton of iron, so that won't be an issue if we decide to do it. But here you could see, so obviously you want the breeding on and then the feeding, so that way they will continue, we'll have a continuous supply of pigs. And also another thing, and you can see here with the ice, is that we have gone into winter now. You can see by the grass that it's gotten a little bit more of a very dry, a very, dead looking type of look to it. So, but what we're going to do right now is we're going to get 2 pigs, because again, that's going to be the max amount that she's going to be able to handle right now. So let's just get 2 pigs. So we'll borrow from our pen over here, and we'll do something similar. So let me just get to what we did with the cows. So let me just get the carrots down here. And we'll try to draw 2 pigs out. Hopefully without too much of a mess. And actually that could not have gone better there. So let's get them to come over here. They don't have the same balancing, I guess, as me. Oh. There, you can see it looks like a cow got out there. That happens every so often. Let's get this guy's interest back. There we go. Almost here. And I know that people have said maybe to put up another fence to There we go. Let's open the second gate. So there we go. All right, so we got 2 pigs in here. Let's get out of here and close this. Oh, used the build tool by mistake. There we go. So we got our 2 pigs in here, and let's just take a quick look. So it's not that much, just some coarse dirt and some gravel that we'll need to upgrade to the next level, but not too bad. Like I said, hopefully our Cameron should be coming over here quickly. We'll just do that and whatnot. But yeah, so that is our Swineherds hut here. So now we're going to have a constant supply of pork chops and steak going over to our restaurant, which helps a lot because I actually haven't done much with our animals over here. I've been breeding them every so often. You can see that there is a ton, which is probably kind of loud over here right now. But we do have a ton of animals, which is great. So maybe we'll do some more converting animals to food. But we'll probably look to get this upgraded in short order. That way we can have some more pigs here. So, but yeah, I think we're going to leave it here for today, guys. I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please consider dropping a like down below. It really does help out with the... Excuse me, ma'am. with the YouTube algorithm. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does help the channel out a lot. We'll be back with another episode very shortly here. But until then, take care. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.